Welcome, family and friends. We're gathered here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Morgan and Dustin. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives together. Morgan and Dustin have spent years getting to know each other, and we now bear witness to what the relationship has become. Today, they will affirm their bond formally and publicly. The bride and groom would like to take a moment to especially thank their parents for everything they have done for them. Not only for everything they've done to help make this day possible, but for being their parents and providing the love and support needed to become the people they are today. Now, some of you may be wondering, how do you know Dustin and Morgan? Well, let me start with Morgan. Morgan met my daughter Natalie in junior high when they were the fast girls running track in PE. That relationship continued in high school as they swam together on the swim team and played water polo on the water polo team. And we really got to know Morgan through all those activities, those swim meets, those polo matches, the team dinners, the occasional sleepover, and we got to see what a special person she was. As many of you know, when Morgan finished high school, she went on to Michigan to continue her career and her education and her water polo career. Upon completion of her education at Michigan, she returned home to live with her mother, who had moved to Utah. At some point, Morgan decided that she wanted to be a beach lifeguard down in San Clemente for the summer. And so she reached out to us and asked if she could come stay with our family for the summer. Of course, we were happy to have her come and join and stay with us. Well, that summer turned into about 3.5 years, during which time we grew to love Morgan and consider her one of our own. It was really nice having Morgan there to kind of be a buffer between my two daughters, who at times were at odds with each other. And just that calming, natural, demeanor that Morgan has, she would smooth everything over and make everybody, get along. And it was just a pleasure to have her there with us. Steph and I have always considered Morgan to be our bonus daughter. Now for Dustin. Well, of course I met Dustin through Cody. Anybody who knows the twins know they come as a package pair, or a package deal. Dustin's come over to the house many times for parties and get-togethers, for the odd Cowboys-Giants football game. And he's even joined us on our family vacations from time to time. One of those such occasions, we went out to Palm Springs, and one day all the guys decided we'd go play golf. So we headed out to the course, and midway through the round, we got to the tee, and Dustin steps up and just crushes his drive. The only problem was he completely missed the golf course. The ball went screaming down a neighborhood street, and we were all anxiously looking to see if it was going to hit a car or a kid or something. I learned something that day, and going forward, I always picked a course where there were no houses anywhere nearby where we could play together. The pandemic did a lot of bad things, but there were some good things that came out of it. One of them was that the twins had an opportunity to work on their golf game, which Lord knows needed some. But as their natural athletic ability kicked in, and they both have become really good golfers. And forgot what I was going to say. Here we are. Okay, give me a second. Anyway, we have got to know Dustin and his family. We've always considered them to be part of our family and enjoyed their company at times, holiday times and other special times, and we've really enjoyed being with them and consider him like he's one of our own. So after 36 plus years of marriage to my beautiful wife, Stephanie, I think I've learned a thing or two. So if you'll indulge me for a moment, let me share a couple thoughts. The people you are today are not the people you're going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or 20 years from now. Life's going to happen. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be difficult things that happen. There's also going to be great successes and triumphs that you'll experience. The important thing is that you experience them together, grow together, and evolve together. And one other thing, never stop laughing and never stop living life to its fullest. All right. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. If I can find my place. Do you, Dustin, take Morgan to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself unto her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Morgan, do you take Dustin to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
A ring is an unbroken circle with ends that have joined together, and it represents your union. It's a symbol of infinity and your infinite love. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment and love you now feel for each other. Cody, got the rings? Morgan, place the ring on Dustin's finger and repeat after me. Dustin, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with the pledge.
Dustin, I give you this ring with a symbol of love and with a pledge.
To love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
To love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
All right. Dustin, place the ring on Morgan's finger and repeat after me. Morgan, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with the pledge.
I give this ring as a symbol of love with this pledge.
To love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Before these witnesses you have pledged to join in marriage, you have now sealed this pledge with your wedding rings. By the authority vested in me by the American Marriage Ministries, aka the Internet, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. I'm proud to officially announce the couple as Mr. and Mrs. Serrano.
give it up for the newly wed Mr. and Mrs. Serrano.
there was before. Could look you in the eyes, just like an angel. Your lips make me cry. You float like a feather. Beautiful world. Cause you're so special. I wish I was special. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh. All right, that's enough. Okay. All right, my friends say you should never upstage the bride at her own wedding, and that wasn't the purpose. That was the purpose, just to get your attention, to get this kicked off, get it going, and get in the mood for dancing and whatever later on, okay? So, and move your hips, right? I'll be in on all that. Okay. So I'm the father of the bride, if you couldn't tell. Did they make a bad movie about that once? Do I look like Steve Martin with the silver hair? I think I do. Yeah. All right, now I gotta take out the banjo. Banjo's next and painting, right? Isn't that what Steve Martin does now? All right, enough of the comic. So we're talking about Morgan, of course. I represent Morgan. And Dustin, yay. And this whole event is about love and commitment. So, those of you who are here, who are in a loving and committed relationship, please think on who you're with and what it all means to you and where you began yours, because they kind of are beginning theirs here today with the marriage part of it. So, I just wanted to, at that point out and shout out to my love, Amy, and each of you do something special for your loves tonight. Okay, so then we'll shift into the more kind of mundane, interesting part. So I'm here to spill all the tea on Morgan as she was growing up. 100% of it. There's none. She's just perfect. She's just too easy. She was the easy daughter. I mean, can you imagine? You guys all know her. Her like worst day was when she did something and we told her she couldn't go out to the prom with somebody because she broke a rule. I think that was the hardest, like, tough love moment of my life. And if that's all it was, baby, we got off easy with Morgan. And we saved Morgan for a better guy anyway. Okay, so I also want to talk about happiness. Okay, love and happiness. So we have a couple people in the audience here who are in education. K through 12, K through 8 maybe. So I have it on good information that one of the school teachers here, her name might be Natalie, had a kid in her class, and he said to Natalie, "Hey, Ms. Bell and Ms. Serrano, I need to know how to spell the word penis."
She's never seen it.
And she's like, "Little Joey, why do you want to spell that?" He goes, "You're supposed to sound it out. I can spell hap, but I can't spell penis for happiness." So the moral of that story is, happiness is just a penis with a hap in front of it. Words to live by. All right. Again. Okay. Again, no staging the bride here. So, did Morgan look fabulous tonight in that wedding dress? I tell you, I went in for the early look and I almost fainted. I almost fell and I actually came out and went back in. You tell me that's not true. All the ladies here who were there saw that. So, I always, we all know Morgan as like the really cute, fun, beachy water polo girl, kind of like a pal. She could hang, she could play tag football at the beach. She could play frisbee, she could swim, she could jump, she could do more pull-ups than any of us could do, I'm sure still. whatever. But she's also like super fashion when she goes into it, and that's really cool. And that's something really kind of new that I've seen, and hopefully Dustin will be able to see more and more of that as time goes. But if it's something that he's digging, but what guy wouldn't? So you go, kids. Okay, so then let's switch to again more interesting stuff. Let's talk about family. Okay, so I come from a big family, so therefore Morgan comes from a big family, especially on my side. My mom was one of 8. And she got remarried to a guy who's like one of 6. And of my brothers and sisters, I'm one of 5. We each had 4 or 5 kids. Morgan and Cole I'm the smallest producer in my family, apparently. Jenny, that's between you and me, I guess. That got cut off too early. So anyway, you think of my mom's side, the Christensens, there's about 125 or more cousins, children, nieces, nephews, and grandchildren. And then you think about all that, and I think, thank God they're not all here, because this would kill me. So anyway, they're all going to attend an open house in Utah that we're going to do, because most of them are up there. But you add Jenny's side, and that also grows really big. Brooke could probably tell us all about that. So I just wanted to acknowledge all those from our close family who traveled and/or is here. Because we really, this whole event is really about family. Family, reforming family, what it used to be. The new world of families has been changing so much. We now have this concept of a bonus person. So you have bonus sisters, like Morgan has a bonus sister in McKenna, right? The best bonus sister in the world. So you keep adding and think about the whole concept of the whole bonus thing, because the world of families has changed so much in our generation that now you got bonus moms, Amy, you got bonus aunts and uncles, you got bonus cousins. It all comes together. The question is, what do you make of it? And the people who are here today are connected to these people for a specific reason, and it's because you're important and you're tight to them. They love you, you love them. I mean, again, we don't want 250 people here, a bunch of my obscure cousins. We want the tight folks here. Morgan's gonna hit some blowback for the people who aren't invited to this. She probably already has. But they wanted the important, close people. So everyone here in some way is connected to the tightness that creates a family. There's the water polo ladies from Michigan here. Morgan's kind of sisters from water polo. There's the tight girls from high school that Morgan kind of grew up with, and some of the bridesmaids here. There's the new friends that Morgan and Dustin are tight with that they share from each other. There's the code family that occurred in the last 2 years when you could not be in a house except for it was immediate family. Well, suddenly Morgan and Dustin had a bunch of new brothers and sisters, didn't they? And it all worked out. So I guess I'm gonna pull this all together and just say, God bless. I think we're expanding the family and cementing it with this marriage even more. And then maybe one day Morgan and Dustin will expand their own little family in the traditional way. And on that point, I'll finish my song. No, I'll raise a toast to the newlyweds, to Dustin in particular. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and I'm glad we're here. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.
All right. Good night, everybody.
She says they say be closer.
I'm connected. I'm tethered. Oh, move this. Okay. Okay. Whew. I think everybody knows who I am. Good evening. My heart has been pounding out of my chest because I've been thinking about this for so long. Morgan, her entire life, has put everybody else's happiness in front of her own. But tonight we get to honor hers, so I'm really excited and nervous. So, Morgan I, we've lived together, we've done lots of things together, but I think nothing quite cements a friendship like traveling abroad. Morgan and I, being my most fun-loving friend, we decided to go to Paris, France. And if you all didn't know, they speak another language there. I was completely clueless. I had no idea what was going on. Anytime we needed to get anywhere, I was like, let's order an Uber. We can follow where we're going. We don't need to talk to anybody. We're not gonna figure out the metro. So we were gonna go all the way out to Palace of Versailles, and I'm like, great, I got this, Morgan, don't worry. Teacher mode, I'm ordering us an Uber. I order an Uber, we get out there, it's no big deal. But then it's time to go home. There's no Wi-Fi, there's no maps, there's no one to talk to, we don't know French. And I'm like, what are we gonna do? I'm pacing, I'm going crazy. You know, teacher mode, I didn't have a plan, what are we gonna do? And Morgan, you know, she goes with the flow. We're gonna figure this out. By the end, she's getting us train tickets, which we got metro passes. The end of the trip, Morgan's like, yeah, we're going to the Notre Dame. Nat, follow me, we're going this way, no big deal. And I just think that's who Morgan is. She's go with the flow. She's everything you want her to be. She's not gonna let anything ruin her trip. She's a good time. She's never gonna let anything go bad. She just has a way of being a better friend, a better sister, a better daughter, a better anything, because it's never about her, it's about other people. I think she has a belief that the more that she can give you, the better off that she's gonna be. But the truth is, everyone in this room is better for knowing Morgan, and you love so deeply, selfishly, unconditionally, and I've seen Dustin mirror the same thing to Morgan. You're both cut from the same cloth. You have appreciation for family and for friends who feel like family. And I think that's something that probably a lot of you feel here tonight. They both have the same core values of making you feel better about yourself. And I just think if you stack feeling better on top of better, you get to a place where you're like, wow, that's pretty hard to beat. So if you'll please raise your glass. I know for a fact, if you all tie your rope to theirs, you're bound to get a little further. Cheers. And now I'd love to introduce my husband, who's gonna make everybody ball.
Okay, enough. This night's not about me, it's about my younger brother Dusty over there. Just so everyone's clear, I won the first and only battle that matters. I made it out first. I won the first race. Okay, that's the most, let's be clear on that. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. So I have a huge shoes to fill, because I don't know if you guys were at my wedding. Dustin's speech was absolutely phenomenal, and it's gonna be very, very hard to top, but I think I'm up to the task, okay? I really am up to the task. Oh man, okay, if you think Natalie's emotional, I'm more emotional. My little brother, Dusty, in my eyes, will always be my little brother. Like Kevin said earlier, we're a package deal, always have been, always will be. I couldn't imagine growing up with a better friend, a better brother. Nothing in my life will make my world more than him. And it's something that I love and I enjoy. And I'm so happy for my mom and dad instilling the brotherhood. Oh man, sorry guys. The brotherhood and the bloodline to where blood is first, blood will always be first, and I always take care of him. And I always had to take care of him. And we all know Dusty. There's been multiple times taking care of Dusty. And till this day, I will always take care of Dusty, no matter what and no matter where we are. Going even back to Budapest, we just came back from. We go out there, and like, hey, it's our 30th birthday. We have coaching tomorrow morning early. We can do it. Yeah, we can go out. No big deal. We'll make it. Just a couple drinks. And this is how Dustin gets me to go out. It's like, just a couple drinks, don't worry. We will make it back to the hotel room and we'll be out and ready. The game doesn't start until 12. We can sleep in. Everything's gonna be fine. We start off with one of the coaches, Mietze. He's a German goalie coach from Germany, and he's now Team USA's youth coach for Team USA. And he's like, hey, I'll come and join you guys. He's sitting in the lobby at Hotel Zuglo. By the way, if you ever go to Budapest, do not stay in Hotel Zuglo. Do not. So we were able to go, and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? Well, we're like, hey, Mietze, it's our 30th birthday. All the other coaches are sleeping. We're gonna go out. He's like, I'll join you. And the greatest thing about Mietze, I have to say it, is his little German voice, and always meeting someone, he's like, hello. But so we get there, we go out to bars, and it starts off, we're like, okay, we'll go to this one bar, it's fun, Dustin wants to go, we're gonna do it. We get to one bar, and then Dustin's like, hey, there's another cool place right next door, we can just go, it's a 5-minute walk. Okay, make it there. We get there, okay. He's like, hey, Cody, did you see that place across the street? We gotta go there. And that night, we get back, we get in an Uber, we're asleep, wake up the next morning, I'm like, why did we go out all night? But, and moral of the story is, if no one understands, Dustin has always been the life of the party. He brings joy into every single room. He brings joy to every single person. He will be the first and last person to make sure that everyone's okay. If they need help, you can call on him. You need something, you can call on him, no matter what. And that's why I think Morgan and Dustin get along so well. And they are the exact same person. And I'm so happy and couldn't be more proud that I have a new sister-in-law, Morgan. She takes care of, not only she takes care of Dustin on a daily basis. Praise Morgan, that's amazing. We all know. But she is the exact same person as Dustin. You can count on her. Ray of sunshine. You look at her and she comes to the room, you just know it's gonna be a better day and a better life. I'm so happy for Dustin and Morgan. I cannot wait for the rest of their life together. I enjoy every single family dinner that me and Nat can enjoy with both of them. I love them with all my heart and soul, and I will continue to love them with all my heart and soul. So, hey, cheers to Dustin and Morgan. I love them with all my heart and soul.